A digital artwork just sold for $69 million at Christie's auction house. A pixelated image of a punk sold for $23 million. Virtual land in a game sold for $2.4 million. People are calling NFT buyers idiots, saying it's all a scam, just overpriced JPEGs that you can screenshot for free. But here's what they're missing. The most valuable NFTs aren't about the art at all. They're about ownership, utility, and access to exclusive ecosystems worth billions. And the people laughing at NFTs are the same ones who laughed at Bitcoin at $100. Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new here, smash that subscribe button because we're on day 6 of our crypto series, and today we're diving deep into NFTs, non-fungible tokens, one of the most misunderstood but revolutionary technologies in crypto. By the end of this episode, you'll understand what NFTs actually are beyond the hype, real-world use cases that go far beyond digital art, how to evaluate valuable NFTs versus overhyped garbage, the financial perspective on NFTs as an asset class, and how to participate safely without getting scammed. This isn't about JPEGs. This is about the future of digital ownership. Let's get into it. First, let's define exactly what an NFT is without the buzzwords. NFT stands for non-fungible token. Non-fungible means unique and cannot be exchanged one-to-one like currency. Token means a digital certificate recorded on a blockchain. Here's the key difference. Bitcoin is fungible. 1 Bitcoin equals 1 Bitcoin. You can swap them and you have the same value. The US dollar is fungible. $1 equals $1. But NFTs are non-fungible. CryptoPunk number 7804 is completely different from CryptoPunk number 3100. Each NFT has unique attributes, metadata, transaction history, and provenance that make it one of a kind. NFTs live on blockchains, most commonly Ethereum, but also Solana, Polygon, and other chains. Once minted, they're permanently recorded, traceable, and verifiable forever. No one can forge them, duplicate them, or claim false ownership. The blockchain proves authenticity. Here's the critical insight most people miss. NFTs aren't about the image file. You're not buying a JPEG. You can screenshot a Bored Ape all day long, but you don't own it. What you're buying is provable ownership recorded on a public blockchain, verified authenticity that cannot be faked, membership and access rights that come with that ownership, and the ability to transfer or sell that ownership freely. Think of it like this. You can take a photo of the Mona Lisa, print it, and hang it on your wall, but you don't own the Mona Lisa. The Louvre does, and that ownership is what gives it value. NFTs bring that same concept of provable ownership to the digital world for the first time in history. That's the revolution. Now let's talk about real utility, because NFTs are so much more than overpriced profile pictures. First, digital art and collectibles. This is where NFTs started, and it's still massive. Artists can sell digital art with permanent proof of authenticity. Smart contracts automatically pay the original artist royalties every time the NFT resells on secondary markets. Real example, Beeple sold a digital artwork for $69 million at Christie's, one of the most prestigious auction houses in the world. The utility here is that artists earn continuous revenue from their work, collectors prove provenance and ownership, and digital art finally has scarcity and value like physical art. Second, gaming and virtual worlds. This is where NFTs get extremely powerful. In traditional games, you buy skins, weapons, or items, but you don't actually own them. The game company does. If they shut down the servers, everything disappears. With NFT-based games, you truly own your in-game assets. You can trade them, sell them, or use them across different games. Real examples. Axie Infinity created a play-to-earn economy where people in the Philippines were earning more from playing than their day jobs. Decentraland and the Sandbox sell virtual land as NFTs where people build businesses, host events, and generate real income. The utility is that players monetize their time and skills, assets retain value outside the game, and virtual real estate becomes investable. Third, tokenized real-world assets. This is the future that's being built right now. NFTs can represent ownership of physical real estate, luxury goods like watches or cars, stocks and bonds, or even fractional ownership of expensive assets. Real example, Companies are experimenting with real estate deeds as NFTs on blockchains, making property transfers instant, transparent, and cheaper. You could buy a fraction of $1 million property through an NFT instead of needing the full amount. The utility is democratized access to expensive assets, instant transfer of ownership without lawyers and paperwork, and transparency in ownership records. Fourth, identity and credentials. NFTs can serve as permanent, unforgeable digital identity verification. Your university diploma as an NFT that employers can verify instantly. Professional certifications that can't be faked. Membership passes to exclusive clubs or organizations. Verified social media profiles tied to blockchain identity. The utility is eliminating credential fraud, instant verification without third parties, and permanent records that follow you across platforms. Fifth, music and entertainment. Musicians are using NFTs to revolutionize how they monetize their work. Real example. Kings of Leon released an entire album as an NFT, and fans who bought it get exclusive perks, limited edition artwork, and future benefits. Artists can sell music directly to fans, fans can resell and potentially profit, royalties automatically flow to artists from secondary sales, and exclusive content or backstage access can be tied to NFT ownership. The utility is direct artist-to-fan relationships without record labels taking massive cuts. Now let's talk about how to actually evaluate NFT projects because 95% of them are worthless or scams. Here's the framework professionals use. Step 1. Check for real utility. Does this NFT provide actual benefits beyond just owning it? Examples of utility include staking rewards where you earn tokens for holding the NFT, governance rights to vote on project decisions, access to exclusive content, events, or communities, commercial usage rights to use the artwork in your business, or future airdrops and benefits from the project. If an NFT has zero utility and is just a picture, it's pure speculation. Step 2. Evaluate the team behind the project. Are the creators public with real identities and reputations? Do they have experience in art, gaming, blockchain, or business? Have they successfully launched projects before? Are they transparent about their plans and communicate regularly? Green flags include verified social media with real followings, team members with LinkedIn profiles and industry connections, previous successful NFT projects or businesses, and regular updates to the community. Red flags include completely anonymous teams, fake LinkedIn profiles or AI-generated photos, no communication or disappeared social media, and vague promises with no execution. Step 3. Examine the community. Strong NFT projects have engaged, passionate communities. Check Discord servers. Are thousands of real people actively discussing the project, or is it just bots and spam? Twitter engagement, genuine conversations or purchased followers, community events, do they host AMAs, contests, or real gatherings? Quality over quantity, a small engaged community beats a large dead one. Step 4, analyze scarcity and distribution. Limited supply can drive value, but artificial scarcity is meaningless if there's no demand. Check the total supply. Is it 10,000 NFTs, 100,000, unlimited? Minting schedule. Are they releasing everything at once or over time? Ownership distribution. If one wallet owns 60% of the supply, that's a massive red flag for manipulation. Fair distribution with many unique holders is healthier. Step 5. Look for real partnerships and integrations. NFT projects with actual partnerships carry more weight. Collaborations with established brands like Nike, Adidas, or major entertainment companies, integration with games or metaverse platforms, partnerships with other successful NFT collections, or real-world utility partnerships like access to physical events or products. These prove the project has legitimacy and future potential beyond speculation. Let's talk about NFTs from a financial investment perspective because some people have made life-changing money while others lost everything. First, understand that NFTs are digital scarce assets with speculative value. Some NFTs have appreciated dramatically. CryptoPunks that minted for free in 2017 now sell for hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars. Bored Ape Yacht Club NFTs that minted for 0.08 ETH in 2021 peaked at over 100 ETH, which is a 1,250 times return. But here's the reality. Most NFTs go to zero. The majority of NFT projects fail. Liquidity is extremely low compared to cryptocurrencies. You might own an NFT worth $50,000 on paper, but finding a buyer at that price could take months or never happen. NFTs can generate passive income in some cases. Some projects let you stake your NFT to earn tokens. Virtual real estate NFTs can be rented out for income. Music NFTs might generate royalties from streaming. Fractionalized NFTs allow you to buy a percentage of expensive NFTs, making them accessible to smaller investors. Here's the key principle. Treat NFTs like venture capital investments, not guaranteed profits. They're high risk with potentially high rewards. Only invest money you can completely afford to lose. Focus on projects with real utility, not just hype or aesthetics. Diversify across multiple projects instead of going all in on one. And understand that you're betting on future adoption and community growth, not current value. Most professional NFT investors follow this rule. They only buy NFTs from projects they genuinely believe in for the long term, with communities they want to be part of and utility they'll actually use. If you're buying just to flip for profit, you're gambling, not investing. Here's how to participate in NFTs safely without getting wrecked. First, start with blue-chip NFT projects. These are the established collections with proven track records, strong communities, and real value. Examples include CryptoPunks, the original NFT collection with the highest floor prices and historical significance; Bored Ape Yacht Club, which has celebrity owners, brand partnerships, and strong utility; Art Blocks, which features generative art from established digital artists; Azuki, Doodles, and Clone X, which have proven communities and roadmaps. Blue chip NFTs are less likely to go to zero and have better liquidity if you need to sell. Second, only use reputable marketplaces. OpenSea is the largest NFT marketplace with the most volume and variety. Magic Eden specializes in Solana NFTs. Blur focuses on pro traders with advanced features. Rarible offers creator-friendly tools and governance. Avoid unknown marketplaces or direct wallet transactions with strangers. Scammers create fake marketplace sites that steal your wallet credentials. Third, secure your wallet properly. Use hardware wallets like Ledger or Trezor for valuable NFTs. Never share your seed phrase with anyone, ever. Be extremely careful when signing transactions. One malicious signature can drain your entire wallet. Use a separate wallet for minting new NFTs versus holding valuable ones. Create a burner wallet with small amounts for interacting with new or unverified projects. Fourth, research extensively before minting or buying. Check the project's website, roadmap, and white paper. Verify social media accounts are real and active. Read what the community is saying on Discord and Twitter. Look for red flags like anonymous teams, unrealistic promises, or paid influencer shilling. Check the contract address carefully. Scammers create fake NFT projects with similar names. And never FOMO into a mint because everyone is hyping it. That's usually when you get wrecked. Fifth, diversify your NFT holdings. Don't put all your money into one project, no matter how confident you are. Spread risk across different categories: blue chip collections, gaming NFTs, metaverse land, utility-focused projects. This way, if one project fails, you're not completely wiped out. Here's how to participate in NFTs safely without getting wrecked. First, start with blue chip NFT projects. These are the established collections with proven track records, strong communities, and real value. Examples include CryptoPunks, the original NFT collection with the highest floor prices and historical significance; Bored Ape Yacht Club, which has celebrity owners, brand partnerships, and strong utility; Art Blocks, which features generative art from established digital artists; Azuki, Doodles, and Clone X, which have proven communities and roadmaps. Blue chip NFTs are less likely to go to zero and have better liquidity if you need to sell. Second, only use reputable marketplaces. OpenSea is the largest NFT marketplace with the most volume and variety. Magic Eden specializes in Solana NFTs. Blur focuses on pro traders with advanced features. Rarible offers creator-friendly tools and governance. Avoid unknown marketplaces or direct wallet transactions with strangers. Scammers create fake marketplace sites that steal your wallet credentials. Third, secure your wallet properly. Use hardware wallets like Ledger or Trezor for valuable NFTs. Never share your seed phrase with anyone, ever. Be extremely careful when signing transactions. One malicious signature can drain your entire wallet. Use a separate wallet for minting new NFTs versus holding valuable ones. Create a burner wallet with small amounts for interacting with new or unverified projects. Fourth, research extensively before minting or buying. Check the project's website, roadmap, and white paper. Verify social media accounts are real and active. Read what the community is saying on Discord and Twitter. Look for red flags like anonymous teams, unrealistic promises, or paid influencer shilling. Check the contract address carefully. Scammers create fake NFT projects with similar names. And never FOMO into a mint because everyone is hyping it. That's usually when you get wrecked. Fifth, diversify your NFT holdings. Don't put all your money into one project, no matter how confident you are. Spread risk across different categories: blue chip collections, gaming NFTs, metaverse land, utility-focused projects. This way, if one project fails, you're not completely wiped out. So there you have it, NFTs explained beyond the hype and the JPEGs. Real utility cases that go far beyond art. How to evaluate projects like a professional, the financial perspective on NFTs as speculative assets, and how to participate safely without losing your money to scams. NFTs aren't going away. The technology is too powerful. Digital ownership is too important. But you need to be smart, selective, and strategic about which projects you engage with. Tomorrow we continue with Day 7, the final episode of our series, where we bring everything together and talk about building a complete crypto strategy for 2026 and beyond. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and drop a comment below. Which NFT project do you think has real long-term potential? I read every comment and I'll feature the best answers in future videos. Stay smart, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one.